Andy here, and today I have a book haul slash horror haul slash book related item haul for you. So we're just gonna jump in. I have quite a bit of stuff. Some of them are used books from my used bookstore, and then other stuff are books that I got either for Christmas or items related usually to books or horror that I got for Christmas. Basically just a bunch of everything. So let's get started because this might be a little bit of a long haul today. Okay, this is in no particular order, but this is one of my favorite things that I got. This is just a reading pillow. It's from Amazon, and you just open her up like this, and then you put your book in here like so, and then you can read in bed a lot easier. It works really well with hardcover books, which is what I'm reading right now. So I don't know how it'll work exactly with paperbacks. It'll be a little bit more, you have to put a little bit more work into it. But this is one of my favorite things ever at the moment. It's so cool, and it's got little pockets for your whatever you want to put in there. And I will try to link as many of these items as I can down below, but this is one of my favorite things that I ever got. The next thing that I got, this was so cool. It's a candle, and it's He Came Home. What brand is this? Purgatory Candle Co. And look at how freaking cute this is. This was a present from Christmas, and look at how adorable. It's so cute, and it smells so good. But the only problem is it's so cute, I don't know if I want to burn it. But I just thought that was such a cute present. I've never heard of this candle company before, and I was really excited to get that as a present. I thought that was really neat. And then the next thing that I got, this I bought myself, and this is just a reading journal. I've never had one of these before. I know a lot of people like to use Goodreads and stuff to keep track of their books, but I like to physically write down my books, but I've never really kept track of the scores that I've given them. And this book is really cool. So you get to fill in books that you finished, and then you can write the stars, how many, out of 5 stars that you've given, and then you can write like the book titles here. There's stuff like this where you can fill out specific things about books, which will actually, I think, help a lot with videos. And you can write like thoughts and quotes about it, and it asks you details about the genre and some questions about it, which I thought was really neat, but I probably won't fill those out about every book. There's a whole section for did not finish books, but I don't think there's ever been a book that I didn't finish, so I probably won't get too much use out of that, because I'm one of those, if I start it, even if I hate it, I've got to finish it type of people. But yeah, I just thought that this was really cool. But this was from Amazon too, and I just think that it's going to be really helpful instead of just writing a list of books to keep it in one place, and it'll last me a few years because there's a lot of different sections. So now let's jump into books that I received for Christmas. Well, really quick, I just bought one Darcy Coates book just to start off the new year. I bought The Ravenous Dead. This is the Gatekeeper series, the second one, because the third one's coming out this year, so I already bought and read that guy. But these are the books that I got for Christmas. I got Stolen Tongues by Felix Blackwell, which I'm very excited to read. It seems creepy and fun. It just says, high up on the windswept cliffs of Pale Peak, Faye and Felix celebrate their new engagement, but soon a chorus of ghastly noises erupts from the nearby woods. The scream of animals, the cry of children, the mad babble of 100 mournful voices. A dark figure looms near the windows in the dead of night, whispering to Faye as the weather turns deadly. Felix discovers that his terrified fiancée isn't mumbling in her sleep. She's whispering back. It just sounds creepy and fun. It looks like it'll be a good, wintry read. So excited to read that. The next one that I got was this one. This is The Bad Seed by William Marsh. And this was actually turned into a movie. I think it's a pretty old movie. I've never seen the movie, but it's just funny because I was talking about this to a family member. We were both talking about older books, and then we ended up buying those older books for each other for Christmas. So I'm really excited to read this, and I'm really excited to watch the movie afterwards. Let me know if you guys have heard of this book. I know it's an older one, but I'm excited for it. And then the next one that I got was Children of the Night by Dan Simmons. So I have the Summer of Night, something along those lines. That's the first, and then this is the second in the series, and then I have the fourth in the series, which is what I bought first because I wanted to read that one and didn't realize that it was fourth. So anyways, now I got this one so I can read the second one, and then I'll have to get the third one, and then eventually I'll get to the fourth one. Real quick, I just, let me jump in here because I didn't read you the back of this. It says, there's something special about 8-year-old Rhoda Penmark. With her carefully pleated hair and her sweet cotton dresses, she's very picture of old-fashioned innocence. When the neighbors suffer a series of terrible accidents, her mother begins to wonder, why do bad things happen when little Rhoda is around? I mean, Rhoda, her name's Rhoda. Originally published in 1954, William March's final novel was an instant bestseller and National Book Award finalist before it was adapted for the stage and made into the 1956 film. The Bad Seed is an indelible portrait of evil that wears an innocent face, one which still resounds in popular culture today. So sorry, I don't know why I didn't read that to you. I also didn't read Children of the Night to you, did I? God, such a loser. This says, in a desolate orphanage in a post-communist Romania, a desperate ill infant is given the wrong blood transfusion and flourishes rather than dies. For immunologist Kate Newman, the infant's immune system may hold the key to curing cancer and AIDS. Kate adopts the baby and takes him home to the States, but baby Joshua holds a link to an ancient clan and their legendary leader, Vlad Tepes, I'm sure I'm saying that wrong, the original Dracula, whose agents kidnap the child. Against impossible odds and the most vicious enemies, both human and vampire, Kate and her ally, Father Mike O'Rourke, steal into Romania to get her baby back. So yeah, just like a twist on a vampire story, it seems. So that will be interesting. I don't know why I forgot to read those to you, but anyways, back to the video. But those are the books that I got for Christmas, so I'm very thankful for that. And then before we move on to the used books, I'm just going to show you two other items that I got for Christmas because they're really cool. The first one that I got, which I've already worn in a video, I'm pretty sure, is just this Alice Cooper sweatshirt, which is really awesome. You guys know I love my Alice Cooper. And then this guy, which I am very excited about, it's an Alice Cooper blanket. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see how cool it is. Can you see Mr. Cooper? Can you see him? I get to sleep with Alice Cooper every night now, which is just amazing. And so those were my most horror-ish items of things that I got for Christmas and stuff. And these are books that I picked up at my used bookstore. Some of these are specific for specific videos that I'm doing, so I might be giving away a little bit, but not all of them. So the first one that I got was Dan Simmons' Hyperion. I've heard of this title before, but I didn't know that it was a science fiction book. So it says, on the world called Hyperion, beyond the law of the hegemony of man, hegemony of man, there waits a creature called Shrike. There are those who worship it, there are those who fear it, and there are those who have vowed to destroy it. In the Valley of Time tombs, where huge brooding structures move forward throughout time, the strike awaits for them all. On the eve of Armageddon, with the entire galaxy at war, 7 pilgrims set forth on a final voyage to Hyperion, seeking the answers to the unsolved riddles of their lives. Each carries a desperate hope and a terrible secret, and one may hold the fate of humanity in his hands. So, sounds interesting. It's Dan Simmons. I've been quite a fan of his books this last year, so I'm very excited to read this. This was $4 at my bookstore. And then you guys are gonna roll your eyes because I got another Blade Runner book, or Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep, and the only reason I bought this, because I already have this book, is because it just has the cover of Blade Runner on it, and I was like, I think I need this, and I did pay $5 for it, which is a little silly because I already have this book. But sometimes you need multiple books if they look different. I don't know, I'm trying to justify that to myself. The next one that I got was Ray Bradbury's The Golden Apples of the Sun. You guys know I'm a huge Ray Bradbury fan, and it just says, Ray Bradbury would dare to probe the lonely passions of ... a deep sea monster and attempts to make love to a flirtatious foghorn, a misunderstood man of the future with a perfectly reasonable explanation for murdering his house, a young witch who works, sorry, it's a little scratch on the back, so it's kind of hard to read, out in ingenious methods for experiencing human love. And that's all it says. It was $3, and I thought a Ray Bradbury book for $3, count me in. So I think it's just a book of short stories like a lot of his books are, at least the ones that I have. So I'm excited to read that one. The next guy that I picked up was Naked Lunch. This is by William S. Burroughs. And the back here doesn't say anything. It just says probably the most audacious book by any American writer since Henry Miller's celebrated Pair of Tropics. And it just has quotes. So it doesn't say much. So this will be a mystery for me and you. This one was $3. And then I got this one, The Woman in Black by Susan Hill. I know this was a movie that wasn't great, so maybe the book will be better. I don't know. Tell me if you guys have read this. It says that author Kipps is an up-and-coming London solicitor who is sent to Prythin Gifford, a faraway town in the windswept salt marshes beyond Nine Lives Causeway, to attend the funeral and settle the affairs of his client, Mrs. Alice Drablow of Eel Marsh House. Mrs. Drablow's house stands at the end of the causeway, wreathed in fog and mystery, but Kipps is unaware of the tragic secrets that lie hidden behind its sheltered windows. The routine business trip he anticipated quickly takes a horrifying turn when he finds himself haunted by a series of mysterious sounds and images. A rocking chair in a deserted nursery, an eerie sound of a pony and a trap, a child scream in the fog, and most terrifyingly of all, a ghostly woman dressed in all black. Let me know if you guys care to hear maybe a movie verse book on this if I finish this. Next up, last up, I have Ulysses by James Joyce. And this just says the complete and unabridged text as corrected and entirely reset in 1961. Like the first American edition, published by Random House in 1934, this new edition contains the original foreword by the author, the historical decisions by Judge John M. Woolsey, whereby the federal ban on Ulysses was finally removed, and the foreword by Morris Ernest on the importance of Judge Woolley's decision. Yeah, this was $8, which is pretty expensive, but it was labeled under vintage. So we have that. And those are the books that I purchased. Like I said, some of them were for a specific video, so you'll, I'm sure, hear more about these books coming up. But those are the books that I bought at the used bookstore. Those are a few of the horror / book related items that I got for Christmas or after Christmas. I think that's all I wanted to share with you today. So thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you got any cool books for the holiday season or what you are currently reading now. And thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon with another horror video. Bye guys!